What's up, guys? It's been a very long time. What's a month, 2 months before I've ever made a video. It's actually been a very long time before we made a video in this garage alone. I think. I don't know. But today, we're gonna do something very special because I actually need it. Because right now, as of right now, my car has absolutely no brakes, and it happened at Wicked Big Meat. Yep. I still have my stock brake lines on, and I guess with all the, all this racing, the brake line basically detached itself, so it broke. It ripped. Actually, it didn't rip. It just detached itself from the little metal clamp there, the rubber part. So I actually drove like 8 hours to Wicked Big Meat up in Connecticut to be at the track for 5 seconds. And I'm literally, it was pretty much like 5 seconds. Watch.
You were a boxer vest?
Yeah.
It was soaked.
Yep. Funny thing is that the, it was the first run, and the lady at the starting point said, hey, it's just a practice run, don't send it. But me, I said, screw it, send it. It doesn't matter if it's not time. You gotta go fast as hell in the first run.
Ready?
And at this precise moment, as soon as I hit the brake, the first time I hit the brake right there, it popped. Well, you couldn't really hear it pop, but it was like I pressed the brake. It had brakes for like a half a second, and then all of a sudden the car had no brakes at all. And then I had to come back to the, to the staging area to make sure what the hell just happened, because I had no clue what had happened. And as soon as I got there, I looked, and then I see fluids everywhere. I see fluid all over my rim, and when I took the rim off, and then I saw the little line broken up. But at least it was not a real sad story, because one of my buddies that I actually compete against there, he has a shop called Vinney Ten Racing, and he really hooked me up that same, well, not that same day. He just said, hey, I'll hook you up with some brake lines. So I got some Stoptech stainless steel brake lines. So thanks to Steve from Vinney Ten Racing, they gave me the hookup for the lines. I got them in like 3 days after I got home, and it was a long time ago, but I finally am installing it now because I've been extremely busy at work. And then that's why we haven't had a video in a very long time. But today we were going to be installing these brake lines real quick and bleeding the brakes, putting some Motul oil, which I gotta find where is it at. I have it somewhere around here. I do have Motul oil, and if you guys do follow my Instagram, I am sponsored by Motul also, which I still gotta, you know, put some new oils everywhere in my car. Oil change, brake lines, and then put little Motul stickers as part of the sponsorship agreement. So before we start, you know, a lot of things have happened over the past months. I destroyed splitters, cars overheating, brake lines are broken, but I need to get my car ready before Grit Life next month in Atlanta, Road Atlanta. So I'm kind of excited. I just got to get the brake lines put on, interior back on, because I usually take my rear interior for Global Time Attack, so I have to put my interior back on for Grit Life. Yeah, a lot of things are going to be happening with the STI after Grit Life, after this racing season ends. I have tons of plans, so you know, you better be subscribed so you can actually see all the new stuff that is going to happen, and pretty good stuff, depending on money, of course. But let's get this car up in the air, take all the wheels off, and get done. Okay, the car is up. I took the wheels off, and remember what I told you that I destroyed a bunch of things? I just found another thing. But before we go to that one thing again, I also have to change one of my studs, wheel studs, because I stripped them. I've had already replaced two before Wicked Big Meet, and then today I just found out that I need to replace another one. So that wheel stud right here, I don't know if you can see it, but right there, the nut won't actually go in, so that's stripped, so that I got to replace that. I already bought a box of just stock ones, 10 of them, a whole box, so you know, because you take the wheels off and on and on. And I was thinking of buying the extended lugs, but I really don't need them now yet. That's for the future, but that needs to be replaced. That's something I'm going to do today. I'm going to show you the brake line now. So this is the brake line that is that is completely detached right there. Get a little bit more lighting, see if I can get that. Came completely detached from right here. So yep, that was completely out. It was, there was so much brake fluids out there. Even though I have brand new pads, they're barely used. I've never used them at the track. I just use them to put them on the trailer and off the trailer, and then that just one little brake. So yep, brand new pads and no brakes, so I couldn't do nothing at Wicked Big Meet. Now this is something that I actually just noticed when I was taking the wheel off, and it's pretty bad, and I have no clue when it happened. Maybe it happened at the track, I don't know. Last track it pretty much destroyed this car. Everything was destroyed, but let me show you something I just found out. Trying to get a good angle in there, but I don't know if you see, I'm putting my hand in there, right there, that is the end link for the sway bar. It is completely broken. It is like completely detached. I don't know what happened there. I just saw it like that, and yep, sway bar is not even connected in this side, so that's kind of fun. I really don't noticed it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I could have got a better time at the track, and that was broken. So I gotta order some new end links from Whiteline. I already have a sponsorship with Whiteline, so that's pretty easy, and that's another fix that I gotta do for another day, but it's not gonna be today. Today is only gonna be for the brake lines, and that's it. And then videos to come are gonna be more stuff like splitter, because you guys see I have no splitter. That got destroyed too, and some other stuff, but that's for a later time. Let me get into checking these brake lines out and start uninstalling and installing the new brake lines in. Okay, so it's actually a week after. I ran into a little bit of problem with my brake lines, but I got it fixed. One thing I will say, right, because this is what I did not have, is go buy a set before you do any brake lines at all. And I'm telling you, don't do this. if you're going to do any brake lines, make sure you go buy a set of flare wrenches. If you see the flare wrench kind of like hugs the nut a little bit more, because the problem is the blinds are pretty like tight in there, right? And if you use a normal wrench, you're gonna round it out. And of course, me being me, right, because everything, nothing comes out perfect, I rounded out a little bit, one of the lines, and then there was no way from it was not coming out. I used a little bit of a PB blasted a little bit, and then I finally, with some pliers and some, you know, elbow grease, I was actually get it loose. But then this, you know, the flare wrench that I bought, I used it on all the other sides, and everything else came out really easy. So let me show you what I done, right? So here is the brake line is out, right? But then right here, right, this little part right there, it's already rounded. Even the flare wrench wasn't really catching on to it. But as you guys see, you buy a flare wrench, put it like in there, slide it back up, and what it does is kind of hugs the nut in there, and then it kind of doesn't let it to kind of like, you know, round it and then kind of like, you know, mess up the nut. So I already got everything else out, and let me show you guys what my broken brake line looks like. Right here you see that the brake line actually got detached from here. I'm pretty sure this whole part was inside here. Somehow with all the heat and the pressure, it probably just kind of pushed itself out, and then when I hit those brakes that one time in Wicked Big Meat, it came apart. So I actually have like almost all the brake lines already in. Before I do this brake line, I have to do the lug in this one because it's stripped, and then because I can't really put any I can't put the lug nut on there, so, and I have to have all lug nuts put on for racing because, you know, safety first. Safety is always first. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to see if I don't, because there's no real pressure in here, so this is loose. I'm going to see if I just take the whole caliper out without taking the brakes off. Actually, you know what, I'm just going to take the brakes off because then it's going to be more of a pain in the butt. So I'm going to take the brakes out and then take the whole caliper out so I can take this out, hammer this in, and then put the new lug in, and then we'll go from there. And then we're going to do the brake line, and this brake lines are super extremely easy. It really is not hard at all. So let's get to it. Okay, so here you have the stock lug side by side to the new lug. This lug is just like a replacement lug that you go buy in AutoZone. I actually bought a full set. It comes in 10 of them come in here. I bought it on Amazon. I'll leave the description. I will leave the link in the description below to get these sets. I want to get the extended lug nuts, but right now I need something nice and quick because I don't want to replace all of them right now. And I wanted this to, just in case if something happens in the track, I got a bunch of extra ones to just replace one, because really I only needed one. I've already replaced 2 of them before, and I only needed one. And usually the lugs get all messed up because you're going on and off with wheels, on and off on wheels, plus all the heat and all the racing. When you take off lug nuts, when it's hot, cold, all that stuff, they start getting stripped just little by little, like this one happened right here. So right here it's like a set of 10. If you need the part number, it's right there. Our cars are M12 and 1.25. So to get this on, right, I went to AutoZone also, and I got myself this little hex nut right here. So for the same size of the lug, and then all we do is put it right in here, and then nice and slowly you thread this in there, and then I use the impact wrench to keep going till it's all the way flush in the back, and then can't go anywhere else. And then of course you always gotta double check your you know, your torque spec every time, just to make sure. So, but right now I'll just put this right there, trying to kind of spin it a little bit to kind of catch on to the little teeth, and then from there we impact in, and then put everything back in, which is nice and simple. Alright, it's a little hot outside, so I'm just going to put the camera inside for a little bit, cool down, because my camera does overheat when it's really hot and it's freaking like 90 something degrees outside. I'm just going to put my rotor in and the caliper right back in, and it's just basically the same way you go the other way. And then when we go for the brake line, I'll just show you guys what I'm doing with the brake line, which the brake line is really already out, but show you the little quick installation right back in. Okay. So this probably took me like 5 minutes to put it right back in, because it's really easy. And now for brake lines, basically brake line is, this is a 12mm bolt right here. You already know that this is the flange, flare wrench. It's a 10mm flare wrench. You take that out, this comes off. There's like a little clip here that you got to pull out. I'll show you the new one coming in, and this is another 12mm bolt. And that's pretty much it. This comes off, and that's it. That's pretty much it. And then we're gonna go put the new one in. Okay, here you go. The stock brake line is right here, and this is the stainless steel brake line right there. It's basically the same length. I know you can't really see it because I'm not really holding it. It's kind of bent over. Cool thing about this is that the Stoptech has like a little here, like a little nut that you can actually, you know, unbolt it from this side or the other side, not like the stock one. It doesn't have anything, it's just round. So, and then here you got like a little nut right here that you can actually you know, tighten it on this side or loosen it from that side. And then this is the little hardware it comes in. You got the new bolt there. There's like a little rubber pieces, I don't know for what, unless you lose yours from the caliper. And then you got some crush washers right there. And yeah, it's like the simplest thing to do. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this side on the caliper with one crush washer here and another washer there. Put the little banjo bolt there, and then put this part here, which goes into the strut, and then nice and slowly get this, tighten it until it's tight, and then that's pretty much it. Pretty simple. Okay, that's it for today's video. I'm not going to show you how to pump the brakes because that's going to take a little longer, you know, especially if I have just someone pumping my brakes in and we're flushing the whole system out. So that's going to take a long time, but you guys know how to pump brakes. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment below. I pretty much answer to every single person that leaves me a comment, or try to answer if I see it. If I don't see it, just send me another comment and then I'll answer the comment. Brake lines are pretty simple to do. Just remember to get the flare wrenches. Don't do it without the flare wrenches. Believe me, do not do the same mistake that I've done. The reason how I found know about the flare wrenches, because you know, you got friends, you ask your friends, you know, you're running into a problem and friends tell you, hey, use a flare wrench. I've done brake lines before. I never had a problem like this one. It's just that the front that front brake line, man, it did not want to budge out. I also want to say thank you to Steve from Vinney Ten Racing. They are in Long Island. He's the one that hooked me up with the brake lines. If you guys are somewhere near New York, hit them up. Anything with Subarus, anything with any other cars, the parts, even tuning, they do tuning also for the Subarus. Just hit them up, and I just want to say thanks to them again for giving me the hookup. You know, because basically brake line failed 5 seconds after I hit Wicked Big Meat, after I start my run at Wicked Big Meat, and later on they say, hey, you know, we'll hook you up, and they did. So thanks to you guys, thank you a lot, I really appreciate that. Okay, next video. I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna do in next video. I do have some overheating issues, so we might tackle the overheating issues, and I'll show you what. I also have to build a new front splitter and some stuff. So stay tuned. Just make sure you're a subscriber. Hit that little button, that little bell button, so you know exactly when I post a video. I know I haven't posted a video in probably like, what, 2 months now. It's just that I've been very busy at work, no days off. I haven't had any time. You know, I'm trying to tackle work, family, and car, and right now I have like 2 weeks left before Grit Life, so I'm trying to push everything as soon as I can. But yep, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one.